Hi, this is Josh.
And this is Chris Pulgarin from Idle Lives.
And you're listening to Honest Brutality.
Created by the people. Created for the people. No holds barred. No punches pulled. Just honest brutality. I don't know what the fuck you guys are thinking. But you don't ever talk about my band again. What's this honest brutality shit anyway?
Honest brutality.
Hey everybody, it's Camera Rebel here, and I am joined by my two lovely,
wow,
beautiful. You guys look beautiful today.
I got a lovely laid on
Co-host,
me.
Yeah, your
and
hair
beautiful?
Is crazy mess. I have Big Sloppy here. Hello, Big Sloppy.
God, I'm beautiful.
I knew it, Mom. I knew it.
It's the haircut.
Yeah, right.
And I have Mr. Evil Orc. Hello.
Well, hello.
And on the line, I have Chris and Josh from Idle Lives. Hey guys, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Yeah, happy to be a part of the show.
Good. Are you guys feeling beautiful today? It's like the theme. Might as well spread beauty, right?
Everyone is beautiful.
I mean, as long as there's no mirrors around. Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh, it is so awesome. So hey, check it out. I'm gonna kind of go and do a little history here, and let's tell our listeners how we met, because it's like such a great story, right?
I mean, define great.
It wasn't great for them.
Definitely the better side.
Yeah,
of that.
you made some pretty awesome egg burritos, if I do remember.
I did, and I slaved over the pizza, you know. So this is what happened. I lived in a small town and was walking. Actually, it was my daughter's birthday, and so I had that group of girls, right? And we were just walking, picked up some pizza, and we're walking by, and I saw the guys kind of off in the distance in the parking lot. I'm like, that's totally a band. I'm going to go say hello, see what's going on. So we went walking over there, and I introduced myself, and you guys were like, yeah, we broke down. So the band that was broken down was Lions. And so the music was amazing. You guys were amazing. So it was a really, really neat opportunity to meet you, even though it sucked for you.
I mean, it wasn't the first time. I do have to say that, like, growing up where we did, there are two different types of people. And from the small town that you were from, everybody, like anybody that came by, stopped to see if we were okay.
Yeah.
Now, where we're from, people would have tried to steal everything that we have. You know, and so it was definitely. I'm glad that we did end up broken down where we did.
Yeah, that was amazing to kind of get a feel here. Now your new band is Idle Lives, and are you guys still with Lions? Is Lions still alive and touring? And Idle Lives
yeah.
is
I've been in Lions for the past 4 years now, and we just finished writing a new record, and that should be out very soon. We're pretty much just waiting for it to come back, and then we're gonna get all of our trying to get everything worked out, put together, and then seeing it. Like, we just wanted to get it put out as quickly as possible and stuff, and then hopefully some touring come out in the summer.
right on.
And I was filling in on drums for that tour. I'm not actually a part of that band,
Right.
so I'm on the side of the road a little less.
Right, and that's what I thought, Josh. I thought you definitely filled in for the drums. So, well, right on, guys. Let's talk about Idle Lives. I mean, like, it was so cool to see you on Facebook, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna hit him up and see how things are going. And I saw that you had this new thing going on. So why don't you tell us what Idle Lives is all about?
Yeah. Basically, after that tour, we came back to Connecticut, and Chris and I moved to Providence to live with the guys in Lions.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I still was just a fill-in, basically. So they weren't really playing shows, and so we just moved to Providence, a whole new place where we didn't know anyone besides the people that we were living with.
Yeah.
And so I was just basically bored out of my mind and was just working consistently. So I figured I needed to start a band myself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
and
started writing.
a little history with Lions. They've been a band for almost 10 years now,
Right.
and consider like I am by far the youngest member of that band. And then when Josh came along, he's 4 years younger than me. So they've all been touring and on the grind for a very, very long time.
Mhm.
So within the past year or so, like they're all old men now, and they just want to nap all day, and it's like I don't blame them. So it became a thing where I couldn't really just like I'm only 22, so I couldn't have to just like sit around and not do much as far as being in like in a music career and stuff. You can't afford to just sit around or do anything or not do anything, because then the next thing you know, it's life. I'm sure you guys are well aware of that. Life just goes.
Looky here, Scooter. I'm just kidding. So you guys are getting out. You're doing this fun new stuff. It's heavier than the Lions stuff I've heard.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Your vocals sound kind of angry on this one, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty angry. This is the first time I have ever really sang at all in a band. Sang, screamed, whatever.
I was gonna say it's not really singing. It's anger.
But it's amazing. It's amazing. I love his vocals.
The first time I did any of that was in the studio recording the song. Like
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we pretty much like had all the instruments down, and when it came to vocals,
I was
we were like,
okay, well, now I guess this is the part where I do that thing, and here we are.
And you'd never done it before?
Not really, no. I've
Wow.
obviously have like done little stuff here and there for fun, but yeah, I basically kind of just did it because being in previous bands over the years, all my singers would quit on me, so I know I'm so.
We're known for that.
Hey, Josh, so that's really actually very interesting. I have a question for you regarding that. So you do drums, you do vocals now. Which one do you find more rewarding?
I'm at least right now, because I've been playing drums since for probably a little over, I want to say 12 years. Mm-hmm. So right now, vocals is like completely like this whole new world to me. So I'm really taking a liking to it, and what I can do. But I mean, drums is just like my natural thing. So it's like it's hard to like tell myself to like stop playing drums for a little bit, like because if I want to like focus more on my voice and everything, because I need to do that. But when it comes to performing and stuff like that, I 100% like singing and yelling angrily a lot more.
Good for you.
Well, it's interesting because as a drummer, you can hide behind the drums. You're in the back typically. And you're not out front as a front man, which is what a singer is. You're the front man. You're guiding the ship out there in the live show. Yeah. It's night and day. I mean, do you feel yourself freed up when you're up in front of or have you been in front of an audience yet? Or you just done the studio stuff?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I want you to think about what he just said. He said he'd been playing drums for 12 years,
right?
And he's only 18. So
he's only what?
He's only 19 years old.
Oh, Skippy, listen, it's fun. It's fun when you get up in the front.
Oh yeah.
It's fun when you get up in the back.
Yeah, we've been playing shows for almost as long as we can do it. Like a little back, like in like the history, it all started really like my dad was a musician, and we grew up listening to like heavy music. Like if you look around in our house, there's like Pantera and Slayer posters everywhere.
Right.
There it is.
Yeah. Every time.
Every interview, Pantera comes up in every interview we do.
Every single one.
Guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that starting point, and my dad has been taking us to shows since we were like infants. Like actually just putting like headphones on us so that our ears don't blow out and that jazz. So, I mean, it's something that's just so natural that, like, it never came as being weird. And as far as, like, as being in front of a crowd, I don't think there's anything that like more natural that comes to my brother.
That's amazing.
And it was also, I kind of had to prove it to myself because, like, being a drummer my like whole life, I would always be the one in the band to like yell at the vocalists of our other bands to be like, move around more.
It's important.
Be this kind of person.
Be entertaining.
So when we started playing our first shows, like, I mean, I wasn't like a conscious decision, but like all of the years of like telling other people like what to do and stuff, that just is exactly what I did. So
good for
I was
you.
Shit the whole time.
Awesome.
God, nothing kills me. Well, we talked about this on the podcast the other night. When you go see a band live,
Oh my.
entertain me. I'm
Yep.
paying good money to be there.
Yeah.
You better bring your
Well, you're-
A game. If I just want to listen to the music, I'll buy the album. But if I'm going to go see you live,
Right.
I'm not necessarily looking for all the lasers and lights and all that. I want to be entertained. Bring me some goddamn energy.
Right. So you're paying money for the ticket. Some people, because we have a lot of shows around here that are during the weekdays, we're taking time off work. We're
Exactly.
we're driving
Yeah.
very far. So I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into
Yeah,
it.
you better have some energy. If I go to, and I'll tell you, we talk about it in our shows, if you bring a B game when you should be bringing an A game, we're going to let the world know. I'm not kidding you.
Brutality.
Honestly,
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
If you're going to be wasting my time and my money, I'm going to let the world know. But on the other hand, if you're out there giving everything you got and kicking ass, I'm going to let the world know.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And
Definitely.
yeah, I bring that up because we were talking one of the biggest bands in the world, Avenged Sevenfold. We've seen them a couple times now, and the 2 times I've seen them, to be fair,
They walk through their set.
they just walk through.
Yeah.
But the evil one can tell you stories when they were younger. He saw them and said they were incredible.
That tore the fucking roof off the place.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. I mean, there's a reason why they got to the place that they're at.
Exactly.
very true. Very true. So I'm encouraged to hear you say that you understand that you got to have energy when you're out in front of a crowd and leading that anger that's in your
It's
vocals.
definitely funny. There's a picture like of my brother, and he looks like a unicorn because he bashed the microphone into his head so many times.
Yeah, the first couple of shows, I actually, up until the last show that we played, we've only played a handful, but up until the last one, I didn't leave the stage without bleeding. It was impossible for me to play a show without.
I like it.
Well,
And I was like, all right, I need to like
Tone it down a little bit.
tone it down on myself, and at least point it to the crowd a little bit. Not bash them in the head with the microphone, but like
Quitter.
keep my energy there.
Headbutt our drummer's cymbal so hard that it went inverted.
wow.
Little Dillinger escape plan.
Yeah,
Action.
right?
Oh yeah.
So he headbutted the cymbal so hard that it went inverted?
Yeah.
His head or the symbol?
That is so awesome. Well, you know what? And Lions is, I mean, your guys' energy.
High
and
energy.
oh my gosh. And then, is it Isaac, right?
Yeah.
He's the one that's spinning around and jumping in the crowd and
And knocking down little girls.
knocking down little girls. Yes?
Yeah. Oh man, that's a whole story right there. Yeah. We pretty much try to. The whole thing is that we're just having fun.
That's important.
Good.
And regardless if because we've played like the House of Blues and stuff in front of like 2,000 plus people and stuff, and then we've also played in front of only the sound guy. But we try to put on the same show
There you
because
go.
Bravo.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
thankful I get to be in this new city, and I get like I've never, even though that's just a sound guy, I've never met him before, and I want him to be like, wow, that band goes hard.
Good
Right.
for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So where are you at with this whole thing? You got the album. You've been working on this music and this project. Where are you at right now with it? What are you doing? Are you going to go out and support it? What are you doing?
Right now we're working on some supporting for the 2017. But right now we're just trying to gain our credibility to go to new cities without really killing our wallets and everything like that.
Right.
And right now we're just trying to make the most content out of the album that we have right now. So actually starting tomorrow we're going in to do some like little stripped down sessions that will be out soon. We're just trying to make the most of the songs that we have right now. So when because we can go out on tour, but it doesn't mean people are going to be there.
Right.
So we're trying to
Yeah, got to build the audience. Yeah.
You said strip down. I bet if you put some strippers in some video, you guys would get some likings.
We'll get some, yeah.
I mean, but
not male strippers.
Saving some money. So.
Oh my gosh. So just to make a little note here for our listeners, your album is called Thoughts in Your Head.
Yes.
Yes. So I actually have a question regarding that. Who's writing the lyrics?
That's all me. That is
Josh or Chris?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's Josh.
Josh, okay. Tell us about your songs. Tell us about the lyrics because they're pretty freaking deep, dude.
Yeah. Basically, the way of this band started was, I guess, a couple years back. I was around like 15, 16. So, and I'm not sure if every, teenager goes through this, but from what you hear, a lot of people do start facing, when they like start to develop into their own person, they start, some people face like depression, anxiety.
Right.
They go through that little transitional phase. And basically the only way I knew how to deal with it, well, actually, to give you a little background, my family isn't like to give you an example, we don't go to the doctors for a cough. So, it wasn't, when I started experiencing those things,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't like,
He
I didn't feel like
it.
I would be able to just come out with it because I thought like, okay, everyone goes through that, shut up and continue on with what you're doing.
Yeah.
So when I would get through those like emotional states, my only coping with that would to be just open my phone and write a bunch of words, write whatever came to my mind in the notes phone. And so I had a bunch of those over the years. And then when it came, what I did, I recorded the first song, Thoughts in Your Head, which is the title track.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to, think of lyrics for it. And I just opened the notes on my phone right there.
Wow.
And that is what most of the song is consumed of. It's just basically like, just some of those nights or whatever. And I just put it into the song. And a lot of the lyrics in the album came from that. And that's basically, why the band exists.
Right. I have dealt with that in my family, just the depression and the teenage years and that sort of thing. And it's really hard to go through for sure. And I know that you guys are putting up on your Facebook the suicide hotline number. I think that's amazing. I think what your message is in your album is absolutely amazing. And you know what? I think that we're in a day and age as well that, we have like the cutting, that sort of thing. And I think that a lot of that is just spreading like wildfire due to cellular devices and internet and people just really overexposing it as a kind of a cool thing, which then turns into an addiction for children, So it's just really hard. I wouldn't want to be a teenager right now.
Yeah, it's a thing where people they romanticize it.
Right.
And they, like you said before, is that everybody kind of goes through their own experiences when it comes to like depression and anxiety and stuff. But like what they don't realize is that there are people out there where it is crippling.
Right.
And like the main message that our band, like that we would like to present is that it's like, you're not alone. And you don't have to like keep it in your head. There's like, you may not be okay, but it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah. I love
if that makes sense.
That totally
Absolutely.
does. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh, I live that.
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. For all intents and purposes, your style, not comparing necessarily apples and oranges, but your style of what you're doing with this band compared to Lions, this is a lot more aggressive, heavy. We kind of touched on that, but I wanted to touch on it just a little bit more because that's actually a little more in my wheelhouse. It's what I like.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was wondering, is that something that you've always wanted to do, or is this like an organic process? You were like, we're going to start playing music and this is just what came out, or did you kind of set out to be more aggressive?
It's a little bit weird of a thing to explain for me because I always loved the music like Lions and everything. That's basically what I wanted to do for a very long time. But when it came to my own stuff, I knew these were the topics I wanted to basically confront, and that was the only thing that could come out, is just being so angry about it. Like, it's the only thing I knew how to write. And so basically that, yes, it was organic. A lot of the instruments and stuff came out. I also write most of the instruments, and Chris helps me a ton because I'm not a musician. Well, I mean, I like all the guitars and stuff. It comes out very like angry, and
he comes up with me with an idea, and he tells me like where he wants to go, and I pretty much send him in the right direction.
Yeah, I've never really considered drummers musicians anyway.
Oh, you mother!
Well, he's even less of one now that he's a vocalist.
Yeah. So. Evil is a drummer, and so
and Sloppy's a singer. So
the eyes that are going across the table.
Not once I rip out your vocal cords, you're not.
Ooh, wow! It's on.
Good times.
They were fighting words.
Yeah, we've had tons and tons of different influences, and basically this with what we're trying to express, I guess the angry, angsty kind of way that we're presenting it is the way that we feel it best represents the feeling of people that don't have, like, if you don't have an outlet of the way that you're feeling, it's going to come out as anger. Right. And also, to be angry doesn't mean you have to be a shithead either. Like, you don't have to be a dick to people. You just because you're angry doesn't give you some sort of right to mistreat others.
To be a dick.
So like a lot of the other songs come out with too. For instance, we have one song that's very much against like the mistreatment of women, and like as treatment as women, as far as like, you know, it's just like I have like a little sister and my mom, and it's just kind of fucked up that we live in a world where they have to be afraid to walk out to the parking lot at night. You know?
Oh, absolutely. Man, you're speaking some truth there, buddy.
Yeah,
you're talking to a guy married, got 3 daughters, 2 granddaughters. Yeah, I said granddaughter, Skippy. Yeah, I got them. But I know what you're talking about.
It's terrifying for me, but I truly have no idea to what these girls feel. So if it scares me that much, you know, where I have to like be afraid of, you know, my girlfriend getting to work, like, what the fuck is going through her mind, you know? So if it's, you know, calling to me that, if it's that scary for me, you know, if I can use my platform to, you know, get that message across to other people, then, you know, I would be wasting my own platform if I didn't use it.
We recently, where we live in our region, just had a really, really strange, scary story that had national coverage. A young mother was out jogging, disappeared for over 3 weeks.
23 days.
Sherry Papini, she just recently resurfaced. They set her free, but it's horrific. You know,
I can't even imagine her future.
Yeah,
so we live in like a terrifying world. Actually, the town that my brother and I live in neighbors Sandy Hook, where where the tragedy with all the little kids.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. We knew a lot. Like in the neighborhoods that my dad works in, like we saw the kids and stuff like that. I also have a buddy who like we grew up playing music together and stuff, and he was very angry himself as a teenager growing up, because he thought that like one day his mom was just gone.
Wow.
And he and his dad just kind of lived their life thinking that she left them, and I think a year and a half ago they found her body like behind a Stop and Shop. Wow. And like although like it's really crazy, because you think, like, a lot of people think like, oh, Connecticut's just the, you know, those white picket fences and like everybody's in the woods, and like what happens there, everybody's rich, you know, and you know it doesn't mean that, like, you know, we just need to be the change that we want to see in the world. And like that's what I said, it's like don't be a shithead, don't hurt other people, just treat people the way that you want to be treated.
Well, that's cool. So you guys can bring that energy to the stage and make it positive, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're given this opportunity to, you know, play in front of however many people a night. So I just feel like would be truly wasting my time and my platform, if I didn't address these topics. If I have the opportunity to talk to 100 people at a time, I can't live with myself if I just go up there and pretend to be something else and I don't address serious topics, because not everyone gets to do that. So
that's cool.
I will take, my white male privilege and, try to use it to help benefit the people that are actually suffering.
When you guys go on tour, where do you think you guys are going to go?
Right now, we are aiming for a festival this springtime, So What Festival. We're in the talks of getting that right now, so the soonest thing that we would do for a tour would be just down south.
Yeah, right on. That's pretty cool. Good for you guys.
Who's building the house behind you?
What was that?
Who's building the house there behind you? The construction that's going on in the background.
Yeah, it's people in our house. They're heavy-footed, I guess.
I told you it was the roof.
Jumping down the stairs.
Wow, that is amazing.
We're sitting here looking at each other. It sounds like they're building a fucking building behind us. Steel workers going at it there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we actually do construction, so we just figured it'd be a good time to do the podcast.
Perfect. So, Chris, tell me about your Jack Nicholson tattoo.
Yeah, that felt great.
I bet. It's actually really badass, dude.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Tony likes it.
Yeah, I mean, Shining's one of my favorite movies, and Jack Nicholson is just like one of the greatest actors of all time, and Stephen King. I always bring, like, the guys on Lines always make fun of me because I bring books and stuff and I'll read on tour. And yeah, I know.
That's amazing, though.
So yeah, I do that. My tattoo artist, his name's Steve Merzen. He's the man, and he works at a tattoo shop called Sacred Art Tattoo in Connecticut. So if you're ever around there, check him out because he does amazing work.
Nice.
Well, Connecticut, that's what I think of for a couple things. Good Mexican food, great tattoos. That's everything.
There's actually a great Mexican place.
Oh, come on!
Right next to it.
Taco Bell?
Not that great.
Not that great.
That's amazing.
No, when we were surfing around and saw the picture of the tattoo, and I said all of those things. I said, well, maybe he just really likes Jack Nicholson. Maybe he likes Stephen King. Maybe he likes red rum. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So you're an avid reader. What are you currently reading?
Well, the last thing that I read was actually Stephen King's Dr. Sleep.
Okay.
That was the sequel to The Shining, and I'm about like halfway through that.
It's
right
a little
now.
slow. It's a little slow. I was having trouble getting through it.
Did you? Yeah. I mean, it was definitely. I mean, it's a sequel.
Yeah. Do you ever read any biographies, musical biographies, anything like that?
I used to a lot as a kid. I haven't really recently. The ones that last biography I read was Kevin Smith's Tough Shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, I love Kevin Smith.
Yeah, I listen to all his podcasts. He's now my inner monologue.
All right.
So
hold on. I got to interrupt you. Are you a dungeon master?
I am not.
I was concerned for a second.
I'm always curious to see what people are reading now, man, because
absolutely.
I don't always get a chance to talk with people about the books that I read, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah. So what do you guys? What is a day in the life of you guys? What do you do on your off time when you're not playing music or out on the road?
We basically do exactly what we do on the road, and that's just skateboard and play music and eat horrible food.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And occasionally working out and stuff like that, but
So do you guys work or?
yeah. We do a couple things. I mean, our dad does owns a landscaping business,
Right on.
so whenever we want to get some,
Quick cash.
Right.
we're mowing lawns.
Work in the streets, you know.
Hey, just so you know, Big Sloppy was in that industry for almost 25 years. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
It explains why your yard looks the way it does.
Here's the facts, man. Here's the facts.
Looks like fucking Sanford and Son.
Mechanics' cars never run, but all their friends are great. Landscapers' yards look like shit, but all their friends have immaculate yards. So that's the way of life.
Yeah, that's the curse of my dad teaching us everything that he has, because there's a reason why I was underneath the van fixing everything on the side of when it was broken,
and I was out skateboarding.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And eating half the pizza that you guys made.
Exactly.
Nice.
Hey, didn't you go skateboarding with my son?
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'll have to tell him. Yeah, he doesn't even know that we're talking to you guys, but that's I tried to find the picture that you guys took. That we took. I'll have to find it and I'll have to shoot it off to you guys. It was like, oh my gosh, that's a perfect throwback. But I couldn't.
Awesome.
I'm a photographer, so I had like
has become
20
it's a very useful tool as far as like even playing music and stuff, because we get to go to like each city that we go to before we get to the venue. We'll go to like the local skate park
or pools,
and then we'll skate around and like meet the kids there, and then we'll invite them to the shows and stuff. So it becomes like a cool like networking thing.
Yeah, your own street team.
Yeah, and you guys,
exactly.
You guys hit up empty pools too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we did that. Getting woken up by Isaac at 6 a.m. He had to buy me a lot of breakfast for that one.
I bet. That is so funny.
That reminds me of...
Hey, we're going to go skate, grab a shovel. We have to get dirt out of this pool. I'm like, no.
It reminds me of that movie Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater.
Wow, that's a classic.
I just went way past your guys' age range here. But when they would fly over L.A. and identify the empty pools throughout town so they can go skate them.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep, that's Isaac.
Oh, my God.
That is amazing. So what do you guys... So let's kind of jump like 2 years from now.
Okay.
So your album has come out. You guys have done a little bit of touring of it. Josh, you've exhausted all of your notes in your phone. What kind of music are you guys what are the lyrics gonna be about in 2 years?
I think, well, hopefully, I'm still, being as young as I am, I'm still figuring myself out every day.
Kids.
So I hope to be, from the beginning.
Out?
Wow.
Are you coming out?
From the beginning of the album, I have,
wow. I just caught that. Sorry. I'm a little slow on the uptake today.
But writing the album, I have like improved, my, I guess so-called mental health bunch. So I only hope from 2 years from now, I'm able to write about it, not so self-deprecating, and I'm, where it's not all about me. And hopefully I can be writing about, still directing it towards the people that feel that way.
Right.
But hopefully I'm not personally in that position as much.
Right.
And I want 100%. It's still never plan on stopping the women's issues, because that's a topic that means a lot to me. So I'm definitely going to keep writing about that. Keep writing about mental health.
Are you guys familiar with the Famous Last Words?
Yes. We've toured with them. I love those guys.
Okay, so have you heard their new album?
The Incubus?
The Incubus.
Yeah,
I have not.
That's the concept one.
Yeah.
All of them are concepts
They're all
from
concepts,
them.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the theme behind the new one.
Yeah, the theme behind the new one is about women
abuse and empowerment. Yeah.
Empowerment, yeah, and it's amazing. So check it out.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to listen
with
to
a
that
really
one.
strange psychedelic twist, because JT does that. He's kind of a crazy guy.
He's a cool kid.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell us, speaking of touring, so what bands have you guys toured with? So I'm assuming that you haven't toured with any bands with Idle Lives, but with Lions, you guys have done a lot of touring. So
yeah,
that's all Chris.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the tour that we got stuck on was with a band called Shai Halud. We've toured with like a lot of really crazy diverse bands. We've done everybody from Sleeping with Sirens to a band called We Buttered the Bread with Butter.
We've heard of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, it's really because it was really just trying to get out there. You know, it as far as Lions goes, it's kind of a weird in between. Because a lot of the older material is definitely heavier than the newer material. So it kind of makes it hard for a band like that to find other people that sound like that. Because that was a thing that a lot of like labels and stuff had trouble with. They're like, yeah, like you guys are great, but you don't sound like anybody else. So we don't.
That's kind of the idea, man. Come on.
And that became a bad thing. So.
From a marketability standpoint, right?
Yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. We're just having fun, you know. I just want to play music and just like to be able to do it as long as I can, and whatever way I can do that. You know, I'm not trying to grow up.
Not trying to grow up.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think we're all trying to not grow up.
Yeah,
I fight it every day.
I think I'm going through a midlife crisis right now.
Are you?
Yeah, I need to trade my
I'm
car
doing
in.
pretty well. I'm 19. Why aren't you guys 19?
I am 19 in my head.
I'm 21 and holding.
Hey, I shit you not. I was literally 19 30 years ago.
Oh
all
my
right.
gosh, you're so old. Okay, I feel young now.
Shut up.
wow.
Hey, you know what? Josh, let's put this into perspective. You're old enough to be my son.
Wow.
Or young enough.
Young
enough.
Young enough. Yeah, because Ty is turning 19 next month.
Good.
Crazy. Damn, I'm old.
And how would you feel about your son being stuck on the side of the road in
Across the country?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Getting taco boxes. Wait, that sounds weird. Getting.
You know what? That's
because I was 17 when we were stuck out in California.
yeah.
See? He's flipping the script on you now.
He is, and you know what? You are the first person to ask. I think any of us. Well, me personally, I've never been asked a question. I'm always the interviewer. You know what?
Yeah.
Looking at it from a mom's perspective, you know, I'd be worried, but I'm kind of like that mom that is like encouraging of my children, and I'm like, go do what you want, and I kind of sit in the corner and I like cry myself to sleep, but I like smile and don't let them know that I'm scared as shit. But now, if it was one of my daughters, it would be totally different, which I know is so stupid. And I used to think when I was young, you know, how stupid it was that guys got to have more privileges and got more freedom than girls. But being a mom now, I can see why, especially like you said, this day and age. But you know what? Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you.
It's funny because when I first started touring, you're up all night and our sleeping schedules got all messed up and everything. So my mom would constantly be trying to call me during the day, but I would be asleep. So there'd be like a few days that I wouldn't talk to her, and she would go crazy. And she'd go on Instagram and find people that were like at the shows, and she was like, "Have you seen my baby? Have you seen him?"
She got random strangers to just send her pictures of Chris.
Oh yeah, it was tough.
Imagine the mom of someone in your favorite band asking you to send pictures of them.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing.
That's awesome.
That is amazing. Stalk my mom. Hey, you know what? At least she has that outlet. You know, about 20 years ago,
God,
moms wouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah.
That's true. So I have to make sure I call her at least like once a day.
Or just like text her, "Hey, mom." It's
So
me
she's not
checking
stalking
in."
the socials.
Right.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Ma, you can't do that.
It's embarrassing, Mom.
That is not rock and roll.
I was going to say
Mom.
that is
They're not gonna think I'm cool."
that is so anti rock star.
Isn't it?
I call my mom every day.
hey, mom, stop rock blocking me.
That is so amazing. They're so amazing. So what is the craziest thing that's happened to you guys when you've been out on the road?
Chris broke his arm on tour.
That's
did?
true. I didn't miss a show.
Chris, you broke your arm?
Yeah, almost 2 years ago now, we were in Canada and right over the border. And like I said before, each show that we go to the skate parks. And I was trying something a little bit outside my comfort zone, and I ended up slipping back, falling back on my arm. and I heard a sound that still haunts my like nightmares.
Oh my gosh.
And so I was like, all right, guys, I broke my arm. And so we spent the day trying to find a hospital in Canada. So, as you know, healthcare is free there for their citizens.
Right.
So I get to a hospital and they're like, yeah, it's going to be like $600 for us to just look at it. And I was like, nope. So I got a cab and I took the cab to Detroit and I got patched up there. And I was in a sling and it was like an all-day adventure. And I got back like within like 20 minutes of my set.
Oh my gosh.
And they're like, can you play? And so I was like, I could try. So I took the sling off and was just holding my arm up. And they put my bass around me and they pulled up the strap so my arm was resting on my bass like the sling. And I could just barely move my arm enough so I could pluck the strings.
Wow.
And I was, all right, let's go.
Wow.
And didn't miss a single show on that tour.
That's rock and roll, bro. That was a rock story, brother.
The part though was I didn't have enough time to stop at like a drugstore to get my pain prescription for it. So the first night I didn't have anything. So we're in the van and every single bump that we hit, like it was like breaking my arm all over again. And I just to cry so bad.
Look, man,
it sucks.
You're in a rock band. You got all the drugs in the world available to you, bro. Come on.
So like, I can't do that.
Well, you know what? So far, the theme talking with you guys is that you are actually everything that we ask of a band that we admire and listen to, which is professional. You're out there to entertain, and you do your job no matter what. You get out there and you do the job, because that's what, at the end of the day, you're choosing to chase something you love, but it's your job if you choose to do it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. Absolutely. The show must go on.
Love it, man. That's amazing.
That's cool, man.
Gentlemen, you have been such fantastic guests. Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh,
thank you for having us.
Yeah,
I honestly just started listening to podcasts recently, and then just recently I've been like, wow, I really want to be on one. And coincidentally, like a week later, Chris tells me about this one. So
how does people find you guys? How do they find your music? What else do we need to tell them?
Well, our Facebook. Oh, do you want me to just give all the links right now?
Yeah, give it up, buddy.
Please.
Facebook is facebook.com/idolivestheband. Instagram and Twitter are idol_lives. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I don't think we're...
Yeah, you can catch us on all of the major, like, iTunes, Spotify.
And we actually do have an actual website, idollives.com.
Yeah, that's probably actually the easiest thing to do, because
just go to that
it
one.
links you to everything.
It's the hub.
That sounds familiar.
You guys are funny. And then hey, everybody, go out there and download their album, buy their album, Thoughts in Your Head, because it's a really amazing. So yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate it very much.
Good job, guys. I can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. It's going to be cool.
Yeah,
and if you guys make it,
your way soon.
I was going to say, if you guys come to California, whether it's Idol Lives or Lions, we'd love to see you guys again.
Absolutely. Hopefully not breaking down, but...
No.
Hey, guys, thanks so much. We really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having us. This is a blast.
We thank you so much for listening to the podcast. It means the world to us. Hopefully you're checking out our show on Saturday afternoons, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific on Rock Rage Radio. You can download the app for Android, Apple, whatever. The easiest way to do all of this and find all the information you need is on our website, honestbrutality.com.
Hey, it's on one of those confusers.
Confusers? Are you confused about confusers?
Yes.
A little bit.
You can also call us if you'd like and leave us a message.
You know, I dig the phone calls we get.
Yeah.
Even when Carl from Sling Blade called, that was kind of fun. Give us a call, 530-962-0411.
And the most important thing you can do, it really helps us out, is...
Whatever outlet you are listening to our podcast on, please go on there and subscribe, rate, and review.
We don't know why, but little gold stars from Apple seems to make a huge difference in our listenership.
Amazing.
We do appreciate that.
Yeah.
So Everybody out there, be good humans. Take care of yourselves. And most importantly,
Stay metal!
Stay metal. You're such a nerd.
I know.
Forward progress! At least that's what I thought I built! Up until now I know these walls just hid me from everything I ever felt! Everything I ever felt! Save me from every word I speak! And for the sake of my well-being, just let me be! Carry on, it's what they all said! Carry on the thoughts in your head! Carry on, it's all in your head! Carry on, it's what they all said! Carry on, you're better off dead! Carry on, it's all in your head! I push everyone, I need a way. I guess I let my pride get in the way. Get in the way. No! Save me from every thought I think, and for the sake of my well-being, just let me be. Carry on, it's what they all said. Carry on the thoughts in your head. Carry on, it's all in your head. Carry on, it's what they all said. Carry on, you're better off dead. Carry on, it's all in your head.
What's eating me alive is I spent the youngest years of my life wishing I was someone else, and I'll never get that back. I promise I wouldn't let myself get through this. Carry on, it's what they all said. Bury all those thoughts in your head.
Carry on, it's all in your head. Carry on, it's what they all said. Carry on, you're better off dead. Carry on, it's all in your head. Carry on, it's all in your head. Carry on, it's all in your head. Honest brutality.